Alrighty, we've got a sick 3-on-3 today. It's myself, Sandy Dog, and Mac. So, classic squad, battling against Talisker, Terabad, and Troll Ascetic. Some fearsome opponents. Unfortunately, this pack isn't going to give me what I need to 3-0, but we'll have to make it work. We've got a Remand, a Lelia, a True Name Nemesis, an Echo of Eons, and a Fetch Land. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a Palantir. Maybe I get a Braid back or a Triumph. I'm probably just going to take Remand. I think Remand's good. Also, I'm passing to Terabad, who typically drafts like fair-ish blue decks. Not always, of course. Every player here has range, but much like how Sandy Dog most often drafts a white aggressive deck, Terabad often drafts a blue controlling deck. Blue-black, blue-red, that sort of thing. I'm going to take Remand. I think it's a little better than Lelia, which is like the next best card. Though, honestly, Echo of Eons keeps going up in my estimation. All right, I'll probably just take Mana Vault now. It's the best card here. Better than Miscalculation and Teferi, I believe. Though, Teferi Time Raveler is pretty messed up. And it's a 6-player draft. 6-player drafts do tend to have slightly lower power level. If I take Teferi here, maybe I get back one of those Triumphs or an Abrade. That's interesting. I think Teferi is better than, Miscalculation. Definitely better than Vendilion Click. The other good cards in this pack are like Hymn to Turok and Badlands, of course. Mana Vault's very good. I think Terabad is the most likely to take Lelia out of the pack I just passed. Mana Vault's okay with Lelia, not great. Mana Vault is a pretty good a piece of acceleration. I'm just going to take the Mana Vault. I just don't think I can justify taking Teferi here. Oh, I'll take Lurrus. First of all, Lurrus actually works just fine with Mana Vault. Wouldn't have worked with Teferi, funnily enough. If I'd taken Teferi, I'd probably just take Spell Pierce here. And Terabad loves Lurrus. So let's just take the Lurrus, shall we? Yeah. Also, I love Lurrus. I honestly feel like when I get an early Lurrus and companion it, my record is absurd. Like, I feel like you 2-1 or 3-0 almost every time is what it's happened. All right, I'm going to take Lurrus over Spell Pierce Top, Wandering Emperor, Oath, a couple other things like that. And here, I could take Hard Evidence, I could take Damn, or I could take Condemn. This is kind of a weak pack. The best card's a Flicker Wisp, which doesn't really go with Lurrus, and it's not like a crazy good best card or anything either. None of these cards are really combos with Lurrus. I'm not sure. Let's see. A double white / double black card versus Hard Evidence, which is just kind of mediocre. Condemn. Condemn's too mid. I'll just take Damn. It's not an exciting pick, but I think that's fine. And I'll probably take Ponder over Bitter Triumph. The Lurrus decks end up with a ton of removal, so I think I'd rather just take Ponder and pass up on Bitter Triumph, Delighted Halfling, Oracle, Sail, Zernorb, or Robber, I guess. Maybe Blooming Marshal come back. I don't know. Didn't really like the Damn pick, but that was just kind of a bad pack. Oh, and here there's a Celestial Colonnade. I do love that. So I'm going to take Colonnade over Trinket Mage, Odawara, Triplicate Titan. All right. Abrade didn't come back, but Echo of Eons did. There's also a Zagoth Triumph and Indotha Triumph here. I really do love Deep Cavern Bat. I guess I'm not getting anything back here because Echo, Saheeli are going to be gone. Both, the Triumphs and the Deep Cavern Bat. So basically, it's do I want Deep Cavern Bat here, or do I want to take one of the Triumphs? I feel like this early with Lurrus, I should just take a Triumph. And I think blue, black, green sounds like the right one. I could easily be a blue, black Lurrus deck here. Oh, I guess I'm playing the Colonnade no matter what. Indotha Triumph's also pretty close. Basically, it's do I want blue plus black or white plus black? And I think blue-black is better here. Oh, Hymn to Turok came back around. So did Fire Covenant. Fire Covenant's such a messed up card. But so is Hymn, and if I have the mana to cast Hymn to Turok, Hymn is really good. I think I'm just going to go with Hymn here. This was a strong pack. I mean, we might even get, if we're lucky, a Talisman back or a Pylon, as long as someone takes Covenant. There's a Zernorb to go with that, or a Crucible to go with that Zernorb, and I don't know if anyone's going to take a Kogla, but I hope they do, because Kogla is one of the few cards I wouldn't play in this pack. Oh, I love Sensei's Divining Top. I'll take that over Lotus Cobra, I think. And you can't play Virtue of Persistence in a Lurrus deck, unfortunately. All right, we've got a really nice Esper Lurrus deck going here. Let's see how this turns out. And this next pack coming, I don't anticipate it's going to have anything too exciting. Yeah, I'm going to take the Hard Evidence now, but not really be thrilled about it. There's also a Mind Collapse. That card is fairly strong, but I think Hard Evidence looks decent here. I don't actually have anything to bring back with Lurrus yet, but we'll get there. That I'm not too concerned with. The thing is, you don't need a million things. You just need like one per game, basic. Well, as long as you have one you can reliably bring back, that's fine per game. Don't really want to put Zernorb in my deck. Oracle is like probably the best card. I'm not really that interested in playing it. Would I play Sail into the West? Doesn't really seem very likely. Yeah, let me just take Zernorb. I don't know. All those cards pretty bad. I'll take Evolved Sleeper here. That is a card I actually wouldn't mind playing with Lurrus. I found that card to be a little better than it looks. This Dam is looking like a black, ooh, kill target creature. And getting back the Deep Cavern Bat was fantastic. Oh, and the Talisman too. All right, well, this is a very good start to just blue-black Lurrus, maybe splashing Colonnade. I mean, we have Remand and him as Disruption, a Mana Vault, which actually ended up being, it's fine. Like, it is a combo with Lurrus. It pays for the companion cost, but it's nothing too special. And then, like, Ponder and Sensei's Top, all looking pretty good. Okay, so this pack's actually pretty good for me. There's no real busted card. So again, much like I first picked Remand, I'm probably going to first pick a Polluted Delta, or probably not even Brain Freeze, or Retrofitter or something. The best card is the One Ring, which I can't take with and play with Lurrus. So, yeah, so be it. But I'm probably going to wheel something. Let's say I take any of like these good cards, right? Like one of these four. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards that I'm interested in, and someone's going to take the One Ring guaranteed. And someone probably also takes Bribery and could take Noble. So I will get one of these cards back. The question is, do I want to take... I guess I don't really actually want Brain Freeze, though I figure someone's probably going to take it. Do I want Retrofitter Foundry, Polluted Delta, or Reprieve? I'm just going to take the Polluted Delta, honestly. I feel like making sure I have a premium land is great. And oh, Terrabat opened a double power pack. Well, that's great, because that means both teams get one. Both teams tried hard. And now that I have Mox, Zagoth Triumph, and Polluted Delta, I can easily splash green. I'm going to take the Mox, Wasteland, Dark Ritual, Mystical, Snapcaster, and maybe one of these white creatures go. Really good chance I get Bob back, and if I don't, I get Turok. I might even be able to double wheel Turok. All right, well, that was great. And then now there's a balance. Oh, I took that Zernorb. This is actually looking like a sick balance deck. Yeah, I have a Deep Cavern Bat, but so what? You get to store a card in Sensei's Top. Lurrus just chills in the Companions. Don't even have Talisman. Okay, well, let's take this balance here. Also, the rest of the pack's not even that strong. Yeah, this looks great. I'm actually really excited now. This balance is gonna do some pretty good work. So let's follow that up. Oh, there's Underworld Breach. Oh man, but I passed a Brain Freeze to Talisker. Oops, someone reconnected. It's okay. The cards moved around, but we're good. I don't think I can take the Breach here. Like, I don't think I should. I mean, obviously I could take the Breach here. It feels like just taking... Everyone's just losing it. Just taking Marsh Flats is going to be the call. I'll pass the Breach. I think Talisker didn't second pick Brain Freeze there. I don't know. It's a 6-player draft. People are just less prone to do that sort of thing. This pack's kind of brutal because the best card is Archon, and I'm just not in a position to be able to play with Archon at all. So that leaves Breeding Pool, though I don't actually have a green card yet, and my mana base is actually looking pretty good already. I've got 2 fetches and a Triumph. There's Chain Lightning. I don't have the mana for that yet. None of my mana fixing stuff produces red. And there's Pentad Prism, which is just fine. I mean, I could just hate the Archon of Cruelty. Maybe I should just do that. But Talisker passed me a super late Deep Cavern Bat. I think I'm just going to take Pentad Prism here. I think that's a fine pick. And now I might just Thieving Skydiver. I love the Skydiver. It's a good card with Lurrus. My mana's feeling good enough that I don't need to take one of these Triumphs. I don't even have red cards yet. Can't put Basalt Monolith. Not a Frantic Search deck. I do like Get Lost, but not more than Thieving Skydiver and Oh, wow. This pack... Okay, Retrofitter Wheel, which actually is kind of nice with Academy, or not Academy, of Balance. And speaking of Academy, if we do somehow get an Academy, I actually kind of have a deck for it now somehow. I don't mind missing out on Noble and Walking Ballista. All right, Bob and Turok both came back. I'm just going to take Bob. This is the dream Dark Confidant deck, so we'll take that. And really, Turok double wheeling is not impossible, though the fact that no one took a single one of these white cards means it's probably not going to happen. But Thirst and Blood Crypt can probably go, and then people need to take 3 white cards to pass me Turok. Yeah, that's probably not going to happen, but we'll see. Could this be a Mox Opal deck? I didn't really think so, but right now I've got 7 artifacts. Plus hard evidence is 8. My mana's pretty good. Let's take the Mox Opal as a spec. Maybe it'll work out. And then this pack has a Gitaxian Probe. I don't need Mana Confluence. I feel like my mana's good enough without that. The question is, do I want Concealing Curtains, Stoneforge Mystic, or Gitaxian Probe? Curtains is a pretty solid card. I could easily play Stoneforge. I don't have anything to get with it, though. I really like Probe, though. Probe is just a really, really strong card. All right, now I guess I'll take Chain Lightning. I don't think I'm going to play this Triumph. I'm not really looking that likely. I'm Esper, and this has 2 non-Esper colors. And Chain Lightning is a really good card. I can't play any of those with Lurrus. Maybe I take Savai Triumph in case I want to play Chain Lightning. That seems fine. I'll take a Regrowth because those other cards aren't that exciting. Maybe Chain Lightning makes the cut. Maybe not. I mean, the fact that I took those 2 fetches means it does make it in there easily. All right, I guess I'll take Student of Warfare. I don't care about Garrick. You know, Goblin Engineer is actually not crazy. If I end up with like Thopter Sword combo or something in pack 3, which is possible, Goblin Engineer could do the trick. I mean, without the Chain Lightning, we're still looking pretty good. And we opened nothing? How rude. Well, we got past a Mox. I guess we haven't opened any power. Academy was secretly, or not so secretly, what I was hoping for. I might just take Dothy Voidwalker, or actually probably should just take Jace. Jace is way less likely to wheel. Voidwalker has a pretty good shot of wheeling. Just because, like, cards like him, double black cards, this kind of hard to cast. Bob wheel, Deep Cavern came back really late. It seems plausible. And Jace is pretty good with Ponder, Probe, Balance, Damn Him. Those are all good with Jace. So I'll take that. Unfortunately, passing on a Tundra. Okay, so now we have yet another fetch or a Preordain. I do love both a lot. Mana's pretty good. Blue, black, splash, white here. Preordain's kind of a busted card. I feel like I should just take Preordain here. We'll see what we get next. Oh, and now there's a Mishra's Bauble. I love Bauble with Lurrus. It's good with Mox Opal. It's good with Balance. Just another piece of material you just put on the board. Don't crack it and then balance everything away. So, yeah, we'll take Mishra's Bauble and maybe get a Mind Stone back. Now we're getting no Academy, unfortunately. Late Thalia, but whatever. I might just take Malcolm. Malcolm's a pretty solid little looter. Good with Lurrus. Just a good card in general. Let's pick 4. I mean, the best card in the pack's Thalia, but I don't want to put Thalia in this deck. And I'm not that worried about passing it to Terabad here. And then there's Winter Orb, which is good, but I don't feel like I'm in a position to best leverage it. I don't know. It seems okay. It's not really good with Retrofitter. Okay, well, I like where we're at. I wouldn't have minded picking up a decent green card, though it's actually not crazy to consider playing Regrowth. The reason I would want Regrowth in this deck is I have some good high leverage cards to get back. Balance is a good one to Regrowth. Lurrus is also a nice one to Regrowth. Oh, I love From the Catacombs and Lurrus decks. Yeah, this is a way to leverage the Mana Vault, too, that this deck is not, like, max utilizing. I just think From the Catacombs is kind of a broken card. All right, and 6-pick Academy. No, but there is an Underground Sea, and I'm not going to turn that down. That's just too good for me. I'll probably get back an option of one of those other 2 drops. Probably not K-Command, unfortunately, but Underground Sea is so strong. The Dothy Voidwalker didn't wheel. That's okay. I'll take Chart a Course. I think that's better than Witherbloom Command. Yeah. And Time Warp came back. So did Ancient Tomb. This isn't the strongest Ancient Tomb deck. I could definitely see Time Warp being good. And I don't think I care about the Signet too much, the Talisman. Okay. So this is... I need to cut a couple cards here, but I like where we're at. Damn might be a card I could cut. Could also cut Hard Evidence or Evolved Sleeper. I'm not sure. How many? I didn't end up with getting that many more artifacts. I don't miss out. I'm not worried about missing out on Dark Slick Shores, but looking at artifact count, it actually didn't go up at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Huh. So there's a Bayou, but I guess it's just for regrowth. The question is, would I play Unmarked Grave? No, Unmarked Grave is just too weak. Let's just take the land. I don't care about Imperial Seal. This is just not an Imperial Seal deck. All right, well, Winter Orb Wield, I'll take that because there's some matchups that I would actually side Winter Orb in against. I don't think I would main deck it. I don't think I want Yogwill here. This doesn't look like a Yogwill deck. Honestly, I'd rather just play the Regrowth. I think, and unfortunately, I didn't get Academy or Candelabra would have been sick. I think I'm going to take the Yogwill anyway, but it just doesn't look like a card I'm gonna want to put in my deck. I'm thinking about taking this Dam out. I'm actually a little light on removal. I didn't end up getting that much. All right, Sir Ginger came back. Solid sideboard card. I didn't think Cake Command was coming back. Ledger Shredder would have been nice, but I guess I actually have a pretty good amount of stuff. Evolved Sleeper, I think maybe I can cut. I like all this stuff. I guess maybe the Dam can't get cut. I'll take Kaito. If I didn't want Kiki, they would take an Ancient Tomb this late? Okay. Well, this is just not an Ancient Tomb deck, really. I don't think. I think I'm going to take Maelstrom Pulse. I guess no one wanted Ancient Tomb, but Pulse actually seems like what this deck wants. And I think I have the fixing to actually accommodate it. All right, I realized we get an extra slot. The Lurrus gets to live in the sideboard, so I companion strong. But that still leaves 33 cards, which means, and 7 lands, which means 14 lands. Mox just counts as a land, that's 15. And then there's like Mox Opal, Mana Vault, which kind of count as lands, but kind of don't. Prism, Talisman. So I want to play at least one more land, maybe 2. I do have a bunch of cantrips, so if I play a lot of blue sources, my mana should be fantastic. Let's see, 4, 5, 6... 7, 8, 9. 9 blue sources plus Prism and Talismans and Prism, Talisman, and maybe Mox Opal. And then one of each of the other lands. 1 plains. Definitely need the plains. 1 swamp. Wait, do I need a forest? I actually don't think I do. No, I don't. Because I have Bayou, Marsh Flats, Deltas 3, Zagoths 4, Emeralds 5, Mox and Prism is kind of like 7 for Pulse and Regrowth. So probably just another swamp. Then I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 black, plus the artifacts. That sounds good. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white, plus 2 artifacts. So it's all for literally 1 card. It's just balance. This sounds pretty good to me. This is 14 lands, plus Mox is 15 lands. Oh, I actually want 1 more land in here. Probably just 1 more island. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blue, plus all the other stuff. But I really need to get blue started to go with all these cantrips. And yeah, the top is going to be good with multiple fetches. I know Mox Opal has a drawback, but I do have Charticourse, Jace, and Malcolm as looting effects. And the upside of Mox Opal is really high, of like getting to really pop off with Retrofitter, or to have like a sick balance, or to cast Time Warp or From the Catacombs a turn early. I don't want to cut any of the artifacts. I mean, it's possible I cut the Malcolm. That is also an option. Also, Hard Evidence, I think, is good as my like kind of 10th artifact. Or I just cut the Mox Opal is the other option. My curve is pretty low. Because the other option is, if I cut Mox Opal, I could also, if I wanted to, cut Hard Evidence. And then I add in 1 card, like an Evolved Sleeper or a Dam, though I guess I have a lot of islands. Oh, there's also Sir Ginger, which I could add in. I mean, Sir Ginger is a fine card. When they have a Planeswalker, this thing just runs rampant. So that is kind of interesting. Oh, Mac got the Underworld Breach and the Brain Freeze. Love it. All right. I'll get to my teammates' decks in a second here. They actually look pretty sweet. I see a little Mox Ruby in Sandy's pile. So I'm kind of in a lock here where I either cut Opal and at that point maybe cut Hard Evidence for something else, or I leave the Opal, in which case I have to cut a non-artifact card. Maybe I cut the Regrowth because I did get her from the Catacombs. And I'm playing the Maelstrom Pulse because it just literally cost me nothing. I'm going to play all the green sources. I'm going to, playing Bayou's free. Mox is already obviously going to make it. Yeah, maybe cutting Regrowth is good, since I already have a way to get back Lurrus, which is like the most important part. And I think from the Catacombs also makes the Yogwill less impressive. There's also Sir Ginger. Is there any chance I want to play Sir Ginger over Malcolm? Feels like Malcolm's ability is a bit stronger. All right, I'm going to try like this. There's a decent chance I actually want the Winter Orb in the deck at some point, but I think I'm going to let that be a sideboard decision. All right, so this is Sandy's brew, and he's got a blue-white deck that has a Mox Ruby as off-color Mox with this Urza Saga, but also has a light green splash for Undermount Adventure, which isn't bad, and has Force of Will, Fractured, Bribery, True Name, Parallax Wave is nice, and a bunch of good aggressive white creatures. So that's pretty solid. And Mac here has got a blue-red-white deck, basically blue-red splashing for the Time Raveler, which got to him, along with 4th Eorlingus. He's got Fury, which is good, Memory Lapse, which is great, has no LED, but Underworld Breach, Brain Freeze, Frantic Search still basically works because you go like, if you have enough mana, you can go Breach and start casting a bunch of Frantic Searches and then finish them off pretty easily with like a double Brain Freeze. You need like 6 mana to start with. And that's a pretty easy thing to assemble. Also has Chandra, Jace, and Fiery Confluence. So a pretty solid, just blue-red deck. I advised him to cut. Oh, he also got the Lelia, by the way. I advised him to cut Voldar and Thrill Seeker and just play another land. Play 17 lands plus Oliphant because really high card quality and has a couple duels, but could use more. All right, let's get to round 1. All right, round 1, we're battling against Matt, Troll Ascetic, Skillful Magician, and oh, there's a balance. I like to see that. So, how do I lead? I mean, I guess we'll see what Senor Troll has here. He's mulliganing. Probably turn 1 island top, and then maybe upkeep top, or just go island Malcolm. I don't think I'm going to have to set up a balance too early. Troll Ascetic's probably playing blue, but we'll see. Oh, Savannah into Exploration into Plains. Interesting. I'm going to want to balance at some point, but again, I don't need to do it right away. Let's just play top and kind of get our stuff onto the battlefield here. I think I'm going to keep the mana up and play Malcolm next turn. Oh, Wall of Omens is actually really nice for me because so is 2 missed land drops because he could have played 2 lands this turn. One of the things that's nice about Wall is it lets me keep Malcolm even if I balance. It's a weak creature, which I like. Sylvan Caryatid, another Wall. Okay, let's get the Alluring Scoundrel into play. Let's hit, and I think I'm gonna top in response here. You know what? I don't even care too much for Retrofitter Foundry here. I'm going to discard an island, Plains, Talisman, and I think Ponder, and just likely shuffle from the Catacombs. Now I can shuffle this. What I kind of want to find is some artifacts or a Zurin Orb. Like something, Crucible is pretty sick. Okay. Crucible Exploration. So I guess what I need in order to stop that, I guess finding a way to stop the Crucible would be nice. Or I can wait a little bit. I mean, at some point I need to kill all of his lands in order to, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, interesting. Do I want him? I like him over Deep Cavern Bat. And I think I'll keep the I'll keep the Opal on top. I actually have 3 artifacts, so I can hit with Malcolm, hopefully. And if I can Maelstrom Pulse the Crucible and then balance Zernor, I mean, we're talking about a lot of stuff, but that is an option. All right, discard Island again. And go Opal, Himyu. I know we're going to get some spells here. Okay. Let's see. We got Delighted Halfling and Armageddon. I guess I'm glad I got Armageddon. Wow. Play land and pass. I don't even want Lurrus in hand yet because I want to be able to set up the perfect balance. What I'm likely to do here is top again. I'm going to see Delta and Unknowns, and then maybe play Deep Cavern Bat and then play Balance. You may exile, so I don't even have to. Oh, Sylvan's kind of annoying. He keeps playing these cards. These are all very good against Balance. I don't like it. Though the Wall and the Sylvan Carriage a little less so. Okay. Presumably he's going to do something here. Elvish Reclaimer. Okay. I guess the concern is Strip Mine. All right. And I'm going to stop. I have 4 lands. He's got 6. Malcolm's getting free, by the way. Not that I have anything that sick to play off it, but it is kind of cool. Oh, we want Thieving Skydiver for sure. So let's discard, let's draw, and then discard. No, this is great because we can draw and discard a From the Catacombs, which I don't mind. Let's make sure this resolves first. Oh, access 3. Do I want to play? Yeah, I'll do it like this. We'll see. I'm going to steal your Crucible of Worlds. Thank you very much. And then I'm going to hit with my Alluring Scoundrel. And put you to 10. And then the question now, do I cast Balance? What does it do? Matt would lose a land and lose 2 creatures. It doesn't seem like it's actually that productive. I think I'm just going to wait a turn here. I just don't see a strong reason to do that. Maybe I should have discarded the bat instead, I guess. I don't know. I also have a pretty good Flying Force, which makes that Sylvan Library better, or worse for Matt, rather. Like, it is better for me that he can't just recklessly pay a bunch of life. And Reclaimer is going to be a little too slow to do too much, is my assumption here. Okay. He had a really slow start. He went Exploration Land, next turn Wall of Omens, next turn Sylvan Caryatid, and then finally played Crucible and then started doing stuff. But it gave me a lot of time to set up, and I feel like we're doing great here. All right, kept 1 card. Sakura Tribelder. Ooh, it was also kind of a miss. I mean, I guess I have 8 in the air next turn if I need to. I have the Crucible now, so if I find Zernor, we get to go nuts. All right, let's spin the top here. This is all pretty bad, so let's draw. And crack Polluted Delta. Just get a Bayou, I guess. Seems like the land to get. And I think I'm going to attack with the Celestial Colonnade, because, yeah, that still leaves me enough mana to do all the stuff I want to do here. I actually get to Malcolm whatever I want for free this turn. I guess keeping From the Catacombs would have been kind of nice for that. In response to Malcolm hitting, I am going to top, though. See if I can find something interesting. Probe, Jace, Sabai Triumph. Yeah, I guess there's just no real point in casting Balance, so I guess I'll cast Jace. And draw a card, then discard a card. And if there's 4 more chorus counters on it, you can play it for free. Yeah. We'll cast it. And I think I'm going to cast my stupid bat, too. I don't know. Just go for it. Like, He's at 2 facing down, potentially 4 flyers here. He gets to Elvish Reclaimer for something, but it's got to be something pretty good. I mean, my teammate has Urza's Saga. I guess you could get Depths to start assembling the Depths stage combo. I don't even really recall seeing that, but obviously it could be around. Could get Caracas, getting City of Traders. Mostly is just probably looking for mana to make a big play. I guess if he found Craterhoof Behemoth, I don't know if that's in his deck, then that would have been something. But all right, that was just a slow start on his part, and we're up a game here. Crucible's kind of annoying, but I don't really have much of an answer. This could be a pretty good Winter Orb deck, actually, or deck to side in Winter Orb against. Seems pretty reasonable, and Hard Evidence looks like it's probably at its worst there. Don't think I want Chain Lightning. Dam is also kind of interesting, but I don't really want a double white card, so let's just do this to start with. All right, time for game 2. Revealed Lurrus, who never did anything. This hand's pretty good. This hand makes me wish I had Tundra. I didn't take Tundra, but Jace, I think what it was, which is the card I took over, it was pretty good still. All right, let's go Gitaxian Probe and see what we're up against. Swords to Plowshares, Beseiju, Sakura Tribelder. All right, there's Underground Sea. All right, let's go Preordain, Chart a Course, and Remand. I kind of like both those, especially since we're not playing against a fast aggro deck. And because I've seen Swords, now I know I don't have to just play Bob. I can play Malcolm if I want and leave up Remand. Let's just play Bayou. No reason to play that Delta yet, because I'm probably going to want to sack Delta for Savai Triome in order to get white mana, but we'll see. Okay, so he drew a Forest. Didn't have to play Beseiju. And we'll probably avoid wanting to play Beseiju if you don't have to. Oko, yeah, let's Remand the Oko, because he still has Swords to Plowshares mana up, so playing Malcolm end of turn isn't even that good. Here's where a Mox would be awesome. The Deep Cavern Vat doesn't do much for me, so I'm just going to pass. So this way, it doesn't really get a chance to use the mana for Swords end of turn. You can play Oko, and it's 5 cards in hand, and 4 cards. We know the exact 4 cards. All right, Oko's in play. Food is fine. I'm probably going to Maelstrom Pulse that, but start by going end of turn Malcolm. It's going to get Swordsed. That's fine. Do you do it now? Yeah. Make it look like I got Spell Pierce. I don't. Get Savai Triome. Draw Mox. Not a Mox. Now things have gotten kind of bad. This Chart a Course really did not work out well. Yeah, what can you do? I'm going to Maelstrom Pulse the Oko. The reason I say it's worked out poorly is because now Matt has an opening to cast Sail into the West when I have 5 cards in hand. I guess if he doesn't draw a land, he'll have 3. Yeah, that's not so bad, and one's from the Catacombs. I couldn't play 2 2-drops this turn, so the way the game ended up, the Chart a Course didn't end up being good. I was kind of hoping this turn to play 2 2-drops, but I can't do that against a hand of Oust and Armageddon with the Oko in play. But on the other hand, oh, you even drew a card to play? Brutal. All right. Is he going to draw step it? Don't like playing against people who are good. All right. I am still gonna discard my hand here. I don't really need Thieving Skydiver. Here's where Winter Orb could be good. Oh man, the balance is gone and I drew all lands. That's cool. There's also from the Catacombs though. I could from the Catacombs a Deep Cavern Bat. That doesn't seem that strong. I think I'm gonna him Matt here. I got Forest Delighted Halfling weak. Play Talisman. Play a Sensei's Top. And I'm going to pass on the Zurin Orb here. Now I wish I had regrowth. Oh, man. Okay. I don't like the way this game's going. My hand was good, but he had swords plus oust is really good. And him drawing that Oko made it so he actually got to force me to tap out, which I didn't like. What is this? Oh, Crisis for X equals 5. Yeah, that's all right. There's Winter Orb and Mox Opal, which is actually kind of a nice combo. I don't have anything I can from the Catacombs into that's particularly exciting. I can get Lurrus back, but that isn't that great either. What I might do here, honestly, is play a land, play Winter Orb. I'll play 2 orbs, why not? Play Zerrin Orb, and I don't want to start the initiative fight by playing from the Catacombs. I think I'm just going to pass here. I'll take 1 hit. This Winter Orb at least makes it so Matt doesn't have full use of all the cards in his hand, but I don't like the way this game's going. Gets to untap 1 land, gets to play 1 land, and has an Ignoble Hierarch, so I don't really like those things all that much. I think this is going to be okay. I'm not going to top end of turn, because then I just wouldn't untap a land from Winter Orb, so I think I'm just going to draw my Mox Opal and then start using top. Elvish Reclaimer. All right. Here's where if I had balance, I could win really easily. All right, let's spin the top. See if there's anything. Yeesh. I somehow just like sail into the west into all lands, then topped into more. It's impressive. I mean, I guess I'll put Lurrus into my hand. And I don't really have anything better to do. I'm going to play Lurrus and then play Bob. I could play a Deep Cavern Bat, but I'm just losing the game by too much to have that be a good play, I think. All right, I'll pass. I know I have played Winter Orb and then just tapped 7 lands, but, you know, what can you do? I mean, I have a Zerrin Orb out, so I have a pretty decent life buffer. It's like I have an additional 14 life in play. Though, obviously, once I start going down the path of sacrificing, my prospects get worse. I'm hoping to find a removal spell. I guess I've already used my balance got discarded and I used Maelstrom Pulse. This might be the kind of matchup where regrowth is good, honestly. Feels like this is a pretty card intensive matchup. Okay, in comes the Q to the B. Sure. Take a bunch of damage, untap Underground Sea, flip a land, draw a land. I can play a Skydiver, I can play a Deep Cavern Bat. I guess I'll just play Deep Cavern Bat before conceding, why not? I still think Winter Orb is probably fine here. Crucible, regrowth, and whatnot. All right, but I think I'm gonna want maybe regrowth and dam. We'll see. We will see. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I have balance, Maelstrom Pulse. Maybe if I'm putting Winter Orb in, I also want to take out Time Vault or Time Warp, and yeah, I guess I'll play Dam mostly as black destroy target creature. I think that's actually going to be fine. And I think I'm just going to take out the Winter Orb, actually. Now that I think about it, I'm actually just going to go the other direction. I kind of feel like just casting Balanced Zerrin Orb is a way to do that, and I don't know. He's got a lot of cheap removal that makes me not that excited to play the Orb. All right. I am on the play here. Can we do a little Mox opener? Is that too much to ask? No, that's not bad, though. That's not bad. Let's go turn 1 Zagoth Triome. I don't think I need to play Mana Vault on turn 1. And by playing turn 1 Zagoth Triome, I can play turn 2 JVP and then not have to crack this fetch here. Because the fetch, again, if I want it to be white mana, I want to get the Savai Triome. Okay. Mana Dork. Oh, all right. Well, let's cast Jace, JVP, the MVP. The good thing is if he wants to use Oust or Swords to Plowshares, he's going to have to pass up on Reclaiming. Unclear what the Reclaimer does for him so far. Haven't seen Strip Mine. Haven't seen Depths. All that stuff. Let's draw. Zernorb is kind of interesting. Do I want to keep that? I kind of think I could maybe Lurrus that back. What am I going to do this turn? I kind of want to play Delta, Pentad Prism, Mana Vault, and just set up for next turn. Yeah, I'll discard the Zernorb. At some point, I could maybe Lurrus that back if I want to. I'm just going to get Underground Sea. I'm going to give up on getting white mana from that. I'm going to play Pentad Prism, play Mana Vault, and pass the turn. And yeah, if I draw Balance soon, I might miss that I discarded Zernorb, but I kind of feel like all the other cards in my hand are pretty valuable. I don't think I can afford to discard a land. I don't think I want to discard Mana Vault just because it gets back Lurrus, or it pays the companion cost for Lurrus right away, which is pretty sweet. And I think regrowth. I'd rather just keep regrowth. I can always just regrowth the Zernorb. Okay, so he has Wasteland, but not Strip Mine. Interesting. All right. That's fair, I guess. And Oko, okay. What are you going to do with this Oko? Are you going to beastify my Mana Vault? I hope so. Making the food. I also might Skydiver the food token here at some point. Oh, or just Maelstrom Pulse the Oko. I will probably be doing that. I guess I'll Jace first. I'm kind of feeling like I discard. What do I discard here? Thieving Skydiver. I could Deep Cavern Bat. I could also... Wow, this is tough. I don't really want to discard any of these. How bad do I want to Oko the Oko? Because what I could do this turn is I could play Skydiver and Deep Cavern Bat and steal the food token. I think I'm going to discard Regrowth. I think I'm going to play Deep Cavern Bat. Oh my god, disaster. Just 3 4-drops. Okay. Oh, I need Oko into one of these. Guess he can't play the Questing Beast. All right, I'll take Minsk and Boo. And then I'll cast with Kicker the Skydiver. And take the food token. That mostly just makes it so the Oko doesn't have like a fantastic play this turn. And then I'll pass. He's not in a position to be able to use Wasteland at least. Okay, Minsk and Boo's gone. You could play Seasoned Dungeoneer, but I'm pretty good at fighting over initiative. And then maybe next turn I'm going to get to cast do some Maelstrom Pulsing. All right, this is going to be a close game, but I don't feel too bad about it. We'll see. There's a lot of cards he could draw that would make things really bad for me. There's some cards that I could draw that would be really good too. Because I guess Mountain Dungeoneer is just not that good of a play in this instance. Forest Questing Beast would be annoying, but can't do much about that. He could also -5 the Oko and I guess take like Skydiver and give me the Reclaimer. But that doesn't seem that good. I mean, puts Oko to 1 loyalty, which is kind of dangerous. He could also take Jace, but that's pretty weak. Because if you take Jace, he can't flip it. If he taps it to draw a card and it would flip, it comes back to me. So that's a disaster. Can't do that. So it's kind of a tough play here, which also means, it doesn't guarantee, but I feel like he didn't draw a green source. Though maybe since he hasn't played his land yet, he's thinking about which land to play. We'll see. We'll see. All right, here comes the mountain. And I mean, if you have nothing better to play, do you play the Dungeoneer? I guess it lets you also use Elvish Reclaimer. Maybe you drew a cheap green card. No. Here comes the Dungeoneer. All right, we are doing the battle. We've got because you get the initiative, you also get to get a forest here. So next turn, you know Questing Beast is coming down. All right. Funnily enough, Balance might actually be a kind of sick draw here. I could regrowth the Zernorb. Okay, he's going to attack and explore, revealing a Ramanop Excavator. That's going to go to the bin, I would imagine. I'll take it, and then... What are you doing with that Oko? What are you doing with that Oko? Make it a food. Okay. Draw. So what am I hoping to do this turn? I've got... All right. An island isn't like the worst draw in the world, but I guess I get to attack Troll Ascetic with both. Take the initiative. I don't have a forest to get. I think I just get Swamp. Yeah. I guess I kind of want to... I'm going to Maelstrom Pulse the Oko. I don't know if I actually want to Maelstrom Pulse the Dungeoneer. Because I could double Maelstrom Pulse by using Pentad Prism up. But I also might not want to flip Jace yet. Because part of the issue with flipping Jace right now is then the Questing Beast basically kills the Jace. Yeah, I would lose Jace. Well, actually, I guess I technically wouldn't lose Jace next turn. No, I would, because I could plus on the Elvish Reclaimer, but then Wasteland makes it into a 4/5. And I believe Oko is a better one to kill here than a Seasoned Dungeoneer. Yeah, it's got to be. So I'm just debating, do I want to cast anything else? I think I'm actually just going to cast Chart a Course. That was a pretty weak Chart a Course, to be honest, but what can you do, right? At some point, though, I maybe will draw a Mox. All right, I'll pass. I guess I assume Questing Beast is going to come down. My Jace gets to block one of these two creatures. This ability can actually go in either. This is a warrior, but I can maybe block the Reclaimer. I'm going to take some damage. I don't love this game, and decided on my Time Warp, which I don't think was crazy anyway, but it's unfortunate. Though I suppose now Dam would be pretty good. Questing Beast takes like your whole turn. You get to hit me for 8, maybe 9, or 7, maybe 8 rather. You get to go to the Forge. And then on my turn, I get to maybe Pulse again. Kind of brutal to have discarded 2 pretty strong cards earlier to Jace and then later drawn kind of weaker ones, but that's obviously the way it goes sometimes. I got Swamp because I wanted double black even after the Zagoth Triumph gets probably Wastelanded, but as it turns out, it would have, I think, maybe been better to get a Plains. I don't know. The main reason I'm thinking is because if I draw Dam, I wouldn't be able to cast it for white too, but then I guess I don't really want to lose Deep Cavern Bat either, so. All right, here comes the Q to the B. It's in, and now you can Wasteland. You wanted to play it first to play around Daze. I get to Jace and Maelstrom Pulse something. The Seasoned Engineer is going to give it self-protection. I would assume... Oh, it's actually going the other direction and drawing a City of Traders. Sure. All right. Block. Flip Jace. All right, I'm going to need some action here. I need a little more. I'm just not... Yeah, that's fine. I'm not winning the game fast enough, so... I need... Not really Dark Confidant. All right. And... Jace goes down to 1. Oh, I guess... because of the way Questing Beast work, it's going to flip and hit Jace no matter what. Oh, I didn't really think about the timing there. Don't love that. Don't love that. Not that I necessarily had a much better play. I guess I could just not block. All right. Let's just take my turn. Yeah, I'm probably going to lose here. Bobble, huh? Well, let's attack with the bat. Leave Skydiver back. All right, at least I get to scry 2. Bayou Marsh Flats. Down the home stretch of both these games, I needed to hit something a little bit stronger. Unfortunately, did not get there. All right, we'll put these both on the bottom. Sensei's top. I guess I'll spin the top. No, I guess I'll play my land. I'll play Bobble. Bobble U. Restless Vinestock, sure. Land, spin the top. Looking for Dam, maybe? Remand, Malcolm. No, we're just dead. All right, good beats. This is a close game. I could have done some things differently, but I don't feel like I ever really had something good enough going on to take it down. So unfortunately, that puts me at 0-1. All right, time to battle against Talisker on like red-green ramp. And solid hand, I will keep it. This hand, he's probably just going to Ragavan me. He's got Ragavan and Orcish Lumberjack, so some slightly scary stuff there. Let's crack Delta and get Underground Sea and then cast Preordain. Bottom, I'll keep Ponder on top because I can go Malcolm into Ponder here. Oh, no plays. Oh, I'm just going to him you now. The odds that I can the upside of hitting your 3rd land or your 3-drop is pretty high. So him to Turok is a great play. Well, I hit a 3rd land and a 3-drop. Well, the land part didn't matter, but the 3-drop certainly could have. Let's go Talisman. And then I can go Malcolm into Time Warp. Actually, what would be sick, I'm not sure if I'll be able to set it up correctly, is if I could have Malcolm on 2, attack, get it to 3, and then just Time Warp, attack, and immediately hit for 4. That's a way to kind of accelerate to 4 chorus counters without Talisker knowing that it's coming, but we'll see. Wow, hitting that Reckless Stormseeker was pretty nice. Are you blowing up my Talisman with a K command? Target player discards a card, destroy target artifact. All right, well, I'm going to play this in response, and I'll just discard a Skydiver. That's fine. Time Warp is also an acceptable discard, but Talisker hasn't played any cheap artifacts, so a Braid. All right, but no land. All right, we take that. Ponder. Interesting. I kind of actually like these. Let's go like this. No shuffle. Jace. Colonnade. I just think Maelstrom Pulse with Jace is a pretty strong combination. It can maybe answer whatever Talisker's playing this turn. Unless it's the One Ring. The One Ring would be really annoying because I did pass that. He's getting a white source. That's a little less likely to be the case. Knight of Autumn. That's really weak. Okay. And, I thought he was going to kill my Jace too. No? All right. So my top card is Maelstrom Pulse, so I guess I don't want to shuffle. I actually think I'm going to discard a Mox here, which is kind of funny. Let's crack the Marsh Flats. Let's just get Plains, because I want to be able to animate Colonnade at some point. I'm going to Time Warp myself. +1 on the Knight of Autumn. Take my extra turn. Oh, Mana Vault is interesting. Yeah, so what am I doing here? Because I could go Mana Vault, Lurrus, play Lurrus. I kind of like that. And then play Mox. I don't think I can play anything else, right? Mana Vault, get Lurrus, play Lurrus, yeah. But I can also +1 Jace on Knight of Autumn while I'm doing it. I could also hymn Talisker's last card, but I feel like I can answer it with Maelstrom Pulse. I mean, famous last words, I guess. But that feels... I could also Time Warp, but I'm not really getting any value out of that. I think I would rather Time Warp when I have a Lurrus in play, because if that happens, then we are in great shape. And let's play Mox Emerald. Another reason that discarding it was kind of nice, actually, was getting to Lurrus and then play the Mox. All right, what you got? What's your last card? Hopefully it's not too crazy. Ooh, it costs a lot of mana. 7 mana? Atali. Okay. Well, hopefully my side isn't too good. Prime time and balance. Okay. Interesting. Wow, it's really sad that the balance got hit because I got exiled, because balance was actually a really good way for me to come back here. But well, I think we could potentially win this game still. Oh, he's casting the balance. That's okay. That's really crazy to do, I think. I've got a Jason play. I can just recast balance now if I want to. All right. I mean, it gets my last card. I lose a land. You lose Knight and Orcish Lumberjack. Okay. I'm probably just going to... Well, I guess I can't cast Pulse and Balance in the same turn. Huh. Let's see how this works out. This is kind of interesting. Unfortunately, I am one land short of... Oh, actually, I'm not. I can go land, Talisman off Lurrus, Time Warp. That sounds kind of nice. Seems like a good value play to make. Time Warp, because then I can Jace next turn as well. And do I want to attack? I'm threatening to balance if I do. If I don't attack, what do I have to play with Lurrus? Nothing that good. Yeah, I'm just going to attack then. You can block if you want. I'm going to balance away both your idiots if I do. Okay, get my damage in. Why not? All right, swamp. Yeah, now I was hoping to draw a little more than that, Jace. I guess I'm gonna Maelstrom Pulse the Atali. Well, Atali's a 7/7 trample. It's actually not that close. No. I'm gonna Maelstrom Pulse the Titan, and I think play Malcolm. Okay. So green, black, 1, and play Malcolm. Oh, I should have attacked first, actually. That was stupid. I was already like ruling out balance, but obviously it would have made a lot more sense to just attack first. I actually still think I'm in very good shape here. Atali hitting Primeval Titan was good, but I had some good cards too. If Talisker draws a nice one, then that's a different thing. But otherwise, can you even attack with Atali? I mean, I guess you can attack with Atali. I don't know how it's going to get the job done. Okay, I'm not going to pay. Oh, Remand is nice. Oh, I can't animate Colonnade. I did keep an island over a plains. That's a little unfortunate. That's fine. We're just going to attack for 5 to start with. Yeah, draw. Oh, there we go. That's our solution. Cast the Thieving Skydiver and cast Pentad Prism. And plus Jace on Atali, and now we just basically have won the game. So Lurrus is a strong card. Yeah, you can have a Talisman. That's fine. Okay. Well, Hot Damn has to come in. And I kind of feel like I should have just been running the Regrowth. I feel like this deck is going to lend itself to games where Regrowth is good. Don't love Thieving Skydiver in general, from what I've seen. Yeah, I think I can take that one out. And Time Warp was the other card I was taking out, but I don't know how much I like doing that. I could take out Probe. Probe's pretty good, though. Yeah, maybe I will just take out Time Warp again. All right, what do we got? Oh, a solid hand. We have turn 1 Zagoth Triumph, turn 2 Dark Confidant, most likely is going to be the play here. And then turn 3 Jace. Oh, 2 different talismans makes me a little bit more inclined to want Thieving Skydiver if we go to game 3. Mox Opal, not the Mox I was hoping for, but it could add up nicely, especially if Dark Confidant doesn't die here, though I'm a little scared of whatever this is. If it's just an Atali or something, I'm just not going to beat a turn 3 Atali. Last game I had a lot of resources. All right. Natural Order and my Mox. Okay. Well, what do we flip? Remand? Okay, well I have to ponder looking for lands, I think. That's lands. So let's go keep this, no shuffle, play a land. I could keep up Remand. I mean, it's that or play Jace. Wait, one artifact short with that to make the Mox work. Ah, I stole my Mox. It's okay. Atali could have hit a lot worse. All right, I think I will. I'm not taking damage off Jace or off Dark Confidant this next turn. So I think leaving up Remand. I really wish Talisker hadn't seen the Remand. It just makes it so much more likely Talisker's not going to make a play here. But, I mean, it'll depend on the hand. All right. He also has 7 mana, so he might just make 2 plays. He's going to K-command, force me to Remand it. Yeah. Clearly have to. And then Orcish Lumberjack and do something else. All right, well, it's time for me to find balance, I guess, is going to be my plan. Oh, the Garruk I passed super late. Coming back to bite me. Okay. Balance? No Maelstrom Pulse, though. Oh. I'm so close. Because I actually can get Mox up to 3 with Zernorb plus Hard Evidence, but I don't have the mana to cast Maelstrom Pulse because I have to tap the Zagoth Tribe. I can't keep both these. Okay. Well, I guess I'm not casting Pulse this turn. The question is, do I want Island? Yeah, I think so. All right, that's probably fine. So let's go Hard Evidence, Zern Orb, Colonnade, Opal, Jace, and then next turn I can Maelstrom Pulse the Atali, and I still have a lot, but if I can Maelstrom Pulse the Atali, if I can make it through this turn, I need Talisker not to draw a forest. I guess he can get to K-command. That's fine. We can K-command. Jason Zern Orb. Yeah. Oh, this turns off the Mox Opal too. Well, I guess I have Regrowth, which no, it doesn't quite work. Because Regrowth takes a green source. Oh man, really just going so badly for me. All right, I'll block there. I'll go to 4, draw. I could crack the... I guess it's actually better just to crack the clue and give up on Mox Opal. Hope to draw a black source here. One short of casting either side of Dam, either a black or a white. Yeah, there's nothing I can do, right? I can Regrowth. Wow, what a brutal game. It felt I was so close. All right. I felt like I was really close to beating a turn 3 Atali there, which, to be fair, the Atali mostly missed. Because if I had gone Pulse Atali, block, go to 3, the next turn from the Catacombs Atali, that would have been awesome. Is Skydiver even that good against Talismans? I feel like it's just okay. Yeah. All right, kind of like where we're at. All right, I'm on the play. I want one good Mox Emerald hand. That's what I'm asking for. Though this is a pretty strong start. How do I sequence these first few turns? It's actually kind of interesting. I've got a bunch of fetches, so like there is a bit of an incentive to wait on Ponder. I don't think I'm going to lead on Retrofitter and make tokens. If I had an Academy, that would be a different story. But I don't have one to dig for. I think I do Ponder. I think finding a good 2-drop like a Bob or something is worth a lot. Mox Opal and 2 lands. It's kind of interesting because Mox Opal's a banger here. Yeah, that actually is fine. So I don't get to play it turn 1, but turn 2 I get to... So I did get my Mox start I was looking for, and Talisker has Tree Speaker. Okay, let's go land, Mox, top, Retrofitter, and then we're going to spin the top instead of using playing Mana Vault, and hoping to find a little bit of action here. That's what we're looking for. And I did side out the Time Warp again. All right. Interesting. All right, let's spin this. Terra Sunder? Okay. Sure, I'll draw Chart of Course. I guess I'm getting Terra Sundered here. All right, well, honestly, the Retrofitter is good, but that's not the end of the world. Though what is annoying about that is that Talisker got to use the Tree Speaker mana there. It's really annoying. All right, I'm going to play Lurrus just here. I don't have anything to get back yet, but it feels like this is a good, efficient turn, and it sets up Chart of Course without having to discard, which is nice. Get something on the board. My top 2 cards are Triomes, so I knew if I cast Chart of Course, I'd just draw 2 Triomes. That's not that good. Okay, Talisman's fine. All right. This trades at least. If you Garruk and fight. And then next turn, I draw a Triome. I cast Chart of Course. Are you going to Garruk and make a wolf? No, that's just way too greedy. If I have any removal and I kill the Garruk, it's just so bad. All right. Now I'll cast Chart here. And I need some action. All right. I'm actually going to discard Zagoth Triome, I think. Cast Preordain. Do I spin top first? That's actually kind of an interesting question. I guess not. I think this is fine. All right, bottom, top. Play my Savai Triumph and pass. So you get 1 turn to play something good, hoping it's not like an Atali or a Prime Time. Hopefully it's some slightly mid-ranged. Oh, Cycle Proving Ground, thank God. Okay, can live with that. Can live with that. If I get a turn off here, that's all I'm asking. Because Talisker did have, a very solid, turn 2 level up Tree Speaker, Terra Sunder, turn 3 Garruk. So it just killed my best permanent both turns 2 and 3. So I'm asking for a turn 4 off, and it looks like maybe I'm getting it. We'll see. Yeah, it looks like maybe K Command is what's in the wings for me, but that I can live with. Oh, from the Catacombs, Balance, Malcolm. These are all amazing. Let's start with Balance, I think. Draw. I feel like I'm going to get K commanded here. All right, let's go Prism. And I think I just cast Balance. It kills Draga Tree Speaker and makes Talisker discard 2 cards. Seems fine to me. Oh, you can't cast K Command here with that mana. So it's not even that. And then I can remand next turn. And hopefully this Balance knocks a good creature out of Talisker's hand, in which case I can from the Catacombs. Okay. I'm feeling good about this game now. Let's see what you got. Abrade the top. Interesting. So if I draw, you get to keep an extra card. Do I want to remand that or just let top go? I think I just let top go. It's fine. It's a good play. But the reason I don't mind it is I have from the Catacombs and I can get back Lurrus. And then I can just replay the top out of my graveyard. So you get to keep 1 card. Might have to keep a big card and hope to draw mana, but I'm kind of hoping Talisker discards something good enough to really get back with from the Catacombs. Though I have Lurrus as my plan if that doesn't pan out. Oh, there's an Atali. Oh baby, let's go. Let's go. So that means you maybe kept prime time, but if you didn't draw a land this turn, the game, like, not a land because I don't know that Talisker has prime time. If Talisker doesn't play a good thing this turn that I have to remand, this game is like pretty close to just being over. Witherbloom Command. No, I'm going to remand that. And the reason I'm remanding that is if that's destroyed, I can't use my Mox Opal, so I can't play this from the Catacombs, and I just need to land that. And I want to stack it such that I get to search with from the Catacombs before... Oh, no, I drew the Malcolm. Never mind. I was going to say... I wanted to shuffle first so I didn't get Malcolm off of Tali's trigger, but that's not what's happening. I do think it's still... Oh, actually, I should have done it the other way, but whatever. It's fine. I'd actually get another blue. I'm actually kind of short blue. All right, what do we got? Ragavan and Mishra's Bauble. All right. That's acceptable. Talisker's is going to have Titan of Industry in hand. Okay, that's a good one to know about. Oops, I should play my land. So next turn, it's going to Witherbloom and kill Ragavan, get back a land, and then be able to cast Titan of Industry the turn after. Milled Blood Crypt Noble. Play Zeotor's Proving Ground and Titan in hand. I guess I will play Malcolm here off Pentad Prism. I think that's fine. Okay. Oh, was I just going to win? I was pretty much just going to win. I was going to be able to get back something. And 1-1. Hard-fought battles here. All right, time for round 3. Playing against Terabad. Carl here. And I will keep this hand. Carl's playing like an Esper deck, which is nice because I was drafting Esper passing to him, so I don't mind that. I will play turn 1 top. Turn 2, I'm just going to play Malcolm and not play Prism, I think. And play... Oh, I guess that's actually really nice to kind of see what's going on here. Okay, what do we got? Island, Unmarked Grave, Archon, Dothi Voidwalker. Okay, Toxic Deluge. Interesting. Don't draw swamp, please. All right, Island. Can Unmarked Grave here. I'm going to play Malcolm end of turn. I know you can Toxic Deluge it, but that's fine. What am I going to do? Not play my creature? I don't think so. Archon is already in hand, so he can't even grave for that. Got an Unburial Rites. Cute. Okay. Malcolm, and I think I'm just going to draw with Malcolm. Draw for turn, and then top after Malcolm hits. Not land, please. Uh-oh, that's a land. Wow, all lands, cool. I guess I'll put these in this order. Discard an island, play Delta, get Bayou, cast Pentad Prism, and pass the turn. And I might just top on upkeep. It'll kind of depend on what he does. If he's got... I mean, if he plays a land and just keeps up V-click... The question there is, do I top on upkeep or not? Because he knows he's going to V-click. I kind of feel like it's fine to top upkeep. And if he wants to click me, that's fine too. Yeah, actually don't mind this. Draw. Gonna get V-clicked. My hand is mostly pretty bad. I'll draw Preordain off it, and that'll be fine. I mean, you can also not take the hard evidence because it just doesn't do anything. I guess I'll play my planes. The V-click and the island are gone. And I'll force the trade here. I mean, I can't imagine he's not gonna not block. And pass the turn? I think so. I don't need to bring Lurrus back. And against a black deck, it's kind of dangerous to have Lurrus in your hand if you're not going to cast it. It's so much safer in the companion zone. He can't make me discard it with any sort of discard effects. So he has Unburial Rites now, but no way, at least at the moment, to get Archon of the Graveyard. Actually, I'm going to crack the clue. I'll just draw the Preordain. Actually, we'll draw the Zern Orb here, because if I find balance, I get to really go nuts. Preordain, bottom, I guess Ponder on top. I'm just casting a million, like, fiddly. Let's look at the top 3 cards. All right, fine. Any order, shuffle. There's balance. Yeah. Play Zern Orb. Balance, sack all my lands. What counterspells did Carl have? I have to find out. All right, so it looks like he's got Spell Pierce, but nothing else. Basically, I think I do this. I think I cast Balance. And in response, I'm just going to sack all my lands. You can do what you will, Mr. Terabad, I guess. He has a Spell Pierce, which I can pay with Prism for, though obviously that's a little bit painful given that I would have to use the 2 Prism counters. But the way I see it, if he draws any way to discard, he gets Archon back off on Burial Rites, and that's just so bad for me. All right, he's adding mana, but he's not doing anything with it. Is it resolving? Yes, please. Because my plan is to go land, spin top, find more land, spin top, and eventually Lurrus, though I guess I did lose a Bayou and an Underground Sea. Okay, all the lands are gone. That much is nice, at least. This does let him discard Archon, but he doesn't have lands in hand as far as we know. So it feels like with a top and a Prism out, this is going to be pretty good for me, because if I can ever get Lurrus out and then just recast Malcolm, obviously that's great. All right. So he discarded all the cards I knew. And pass. Okay, I didn't think he had a play. Land, go. Okay. If he doesn't play a land this turn, I'll feel pretty good about that. Sanders Lounge. I feel less good. He's only got 2 cards in hand, though. Spin the top. Oh, wow. This was a great set of cards to hit. So let's go. Draw. Play Savai Triumph. Pass the turn. Next turn. Oh, another land, but he didn't keep the Voidwalker. Oh, a Jace. Okay, I like Jace. Let's go. Draw. Land. Jace. Pass the turn. And I don't have anything that I really want to play off Jace, though I guess playing Bitter Triumph, sure. I could play Balance, sack all my lands again. That seems a little bit aggressive. Okay, finally he missed a land drop. That makes me feel a lot better about the situation, because now I'll draw Colonnade. I'm just going to put Lurrus into my hand and hope he doesn't have a way to make me discard. If he does, that'll make me sad, but what are you going to do? I just have to... I can't wait until... Like, waiting till 6 mana, using all the Pentad Prism mana. Just don't think... Ancient Tomb. The Ancient Tomb, I passed him last pick. All right, let's go Bauble. Bauble you. Hopefully there's no white coming. Hopefully he doesn't have a lot more white sources. All right, what do we got on top there? Another Swamp. Lurrus. And I think I played Jace here. I think Jace is going to be the biggest payoff card over Malcolm. Just gets me access to my whole graveyard here. And I draw off the Bauble, the Retrofitter. He draws a Swamp. Could have kept Archon and maybe tried to cast it. All right, nice. Balance got that nicely. I'm going to put in the cards that I kind of feel like I should have just been playing, and definitely don't want Time Warp against low resource Reanimator type games. And Hard Evidence isn't like the best here, but it still is okay. Oh, Thieving Skydiver. All right. Well, let's get in there. All right. I will choose Lurrus as my trustworthy companion and Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna mulligan this hand. What I might do here is go turn 1 Retrofitter, turn 2 make a token, turn 3 attack and chart a course. Oh, I drew Jace. All right, well, I will just do that then. I'll play turn 1 Colonnade, turn 2 Jace, and we'll see from there. Don't need this upkeep stuff for now. I'll play the Jace, and yeah, I mean, maybe Jace just dies. That's fine. Not too worried. Oh, Terrabed didn't have an end of turn kill spell. Does have Tinker in deck. Let's see. Hopefully we're not getting Tinker. Nope, we are. Tinker Citadel. No, Tinker Triplicate Titan. I see. Okay, okay. It's not going to be the easiest, but we've got some possibilities here. Let's go Talisman. Sensei's top. And Retrofitter. I think I actually just want to play all my stuff because I'm going to get to loot here and loot away this Charter Course. So I don't need to spin the top yet. So my plan here, I've got actually 2 ways. Either one of these cards into the other one actually deals with the Titan because they all have the same name. So I'm not going to be able to beat much else. I definitely still discard Charter Course here, but I do think I can potentially beat the Triplicate Titan itself. Okay, what are you drawing? What you got coming? Bitter Triumph, okay. I guess I Maelstrom Pulse the Triplicate Titan. Go to 10. So I basically go to 1. And pass the turn. And... oh no. Oh, okay. Thought that was like a Vendilion click, then I would just be dead. All right, draw off Bauble. I guess actually with balance coming, maybe I shouldn't have done that. That's a good point. I don't have a way to make Jace flip, so I'm just going to take it, go to 1. And we'll see if Terrabed is going to kill this Jace that he doesn't even know the Jace isn't part of my plan. I already don't mind discarding Dark Confidant given that I'm at 1, so I'm not going to spin top yet. I'm just going to, because I already have a bad card, so I'll Jace, draw, discard my bad card, and then spin. What am I looking for? Actually, Zernorb. Zernorb would be really good. Mox, basically any Mox Opal, Mox Emerald, any of my artifacts are good given that I'm kind of planning on casting balance here. Okay, use Jace. What you got? You gonna nug my Jace with Bitter Triumph, or you gonna let me do the Jason first? Discard, Dark Confidant. Well, there. Remand is kind of interesting. Okay, he's going to kill the Jace. Discarding Blightsteel, funny. All right, spin top. All right, artifact, artifact, artifact. Oh my god, it's just the opposite. It's all creatures. Didn't want those. All right, fine. I don't think I even want a regrowth first. I guess I'd discard if I don't. How bad do I want Remand up? I think I'm going to regrowth the Mishra's Bauble. Whatever. If he's got Spell Pierce, I'm just going to lose to it. That's fine. Play Bauble. Play Balance. And I chose not to play the land because I'd rather Carl have to sacrifice the land, and I will discard it. I think that's okay too. Oh, I discarded the Remand instead. Yeah, all right. That wasn't exactly what I was planning on doing, but that's fine. And I will pass. No reason to bobble yet. Okay, well, I think this is a pretty close game. That one's good. All right. Let's bobble you. Oh, I guess I should have done that in response. It's drawing Dark Ritual. I don't have very many answers to that thing. I really don't. Yeah, I have to draw, bobble. And I guess spin the top. What even am I looking for? There's damn. I don't have the mana to cast it. That was the sick part. I have 1 black, 1 white, and I have Savai Triumph, and I couldn't. I tapped the talisman because I couldn't. I couldn't do anything with that either. All right, that was unfortunate. I kind of feel. I don't know. Was it better to regrowth there, or just keep regrowth in hand? I felt so bad to just discard an extra card. I guess I actually should have the Skydiver in. It's got some good utility here. Maybe I just can't regrowth against someone playing Dothy Voidwalker, or at least it's a little bit riskier. All right, we'll try this for game 3. All right, I'm on the play. I'm hoping for a good Mox Emerald start. Can we get that? No, but there's actually a good Mox Opal start. I get to go Underground Sea, top, Mox Opal, and then turn 2 Prism, and then the Opal's on. I like that. I like that. Maybe it doesn't have a turn 1 play. Okay, let's go. Oh, there's the Mox. All right, well, never you mind. I guess I actually could have even played Zagoth Triumph. All right, well, I have 1,000,000 mana, and I have Remand, so the one thing is, this is a Lurrus deck, so it's not like my turn is going to have a really sick, like, 5-drop or whatever, but what I'm looking for now will be Thieving Skydiver. Git Probe. Git Probe's pretty useful, though, and Hard Evidence isn't that bad either, so let's do this. Now we get to see what we're playing against. We get to see Spell Pierce. Okay, Miscalc, a bunch of stuff. That's fine. I'm just going to play my Zagoth Triumph and pass the turn. I have a lot of ways to spend my mana. So if Carl doesn't draw a land here, his hand is pretty bad. No swamp would be nice. Oh, Mindstone? Sure. I don't think remanding that is as good as remanding a black spell. Let's go ahead. My top card's Maelstrom Pulse right now. Spin the top. Balance and a fetch land. Okay, let's float, and we're not cracking the clue now. Land and pass the turn. And he's probably cycling Miscalculation. Oh, it's just doing nothing. Interesting. So what I'm hoping to do is remand something and then set up a balance down to 0 cards. That is going to be my plan. And that's why I chose the land. That's why I'm not cracking it. That's why I'm not cracking the clue especially. And Carl's good enough to have picked up on that. He knows that because I didn't sack the clue, I'm probably trying to set up balance. Problem is, if he doesn't draw lands, it's not clear what he can do. Dark Ritual. And then what? Play Dothy Voidwalker. 6 cards. I know the 6 cards. And then cycle Miscalculation. He can cast Fallen Shinobi. I think I just remand it. I don't think it matters too much. Well, it kind of does matter. What I want to find with this top now is another artifact. That would be ideal. And I'll even crack the flats if I need to. Or actually even better. Let's see if I boom. He's got Spell Pierce and Miscalc up. So if I Maelstrom Pulse the Talisman and he taps it and Spell Pierces, it ruins my balance plan. Because I can pay, but then when I cast balance, the other thing gets me. No. There's not that many players I would not do that against, but actually Carl's one of them. So I think I'm just going to play it safe here. I'll lose an island, basically. Play an island and cast balance. I'm going to lose some lands. Yeah, you can Spell Pierce me. pay. And you can miscalculate me if you want. I will also pay. Pay a life to make me tap 2 lands. Probably a good deal, honestly. And my top 2 cards are Maelstrom Pulse and Chart a Course. So, plus an unknown is my third. So I'm definitely keeping Zagoth Triumph. I'm probably going to keep Underground Sea over Marsh Flats. It seems fine. Because I like my top 2 cards. Oh, I guess I'm not going to have a crab to attack with. Yeah, maybe I keep the Marsh Flats because I don't need the Pulse. I will keep Zagoth Triumph. Well, do I want to keep this or not? Trying to think. I'm definitely going to keep Zagoth Triumph. These are all gone. Do I want... How much do I want Maelstrom Pulse on the top of my deck? Chart of Course also seems fine. All right, I'll keep these 2. So it was a 4 for 7, not counting the stupid crab. All right, pass the turn. Cracking Mindstone. And hopefully don't get immediately tinkered. That would be less fun. What I really want to find is oh, what is this? Necromancy. Oh, okay. That's not so bad. I have the Maelstrom Pulse coming. All right. Crack the clue. Draw. Maelstrom Pulse, the Fallen Shinobi. And pass the turn. I've got a top to spin here. What is this? Palantir. Hey, okay. He's got 2 bangers in a row, huh? Let's spin the top. Oh, there's my there's my Zurin Orb. I don't have anything to play with Lurrus. So what am I going to do next turn? I think I will put Lurrus into my hand, though. And you will not get to draw a card. I feel like I can survive a few turns of Palantir. We'll see. It depends on how early he hits Archon. 1 top, 1 bottom. So he's not guaranteed drawing one of them. No, you don't get to draw a card. I take 7 off Virtue. Yikes. Land. Put Lurrus into my hand here. And pass the turn. I'm going to play, end of turn, play Malcolm. Off of, it's my top card. I'm just going to tap top to draw it. All right, he just plays land. All right. Hit a 7-ball on turn 1, huh? One top, 1 bottom. I lost 7 off of Archfiend and Vendilion Click. All right. I guess I gotta stop giving him cards now. I'm gonna draw Zurin Orb though. So let's, which is actually pretty nice with Lurrus. Okay, draw, discard Zurin Orb, cast Chart a Course. Oops. No, I don't want to concede the game. Are you kidding me? Land, top, Lurrus, replay Zurin Orb. Pass. Unfortunately, now I have to let him draw off of the stupid Palantir because he's got Archons and Blightsteals in his deck. So he did 7 a turn for the first 2 turns with it, which is a lot. But yeah, what can you do? What did we draw? Teferi Temporal Pilgrim. You make an idiot. And then end of turn, you're going to get to draw off Palantir. All right, that's pretty good. What do you got? 1 top, 1 bottom? Yep. Yeah, you can draw a card. All right. And then these both get bigger, but that's okay. We'll find something here. Upkeep. I am going to Sensei's top on upkeep. Preordained Retrofitter. I kind of don't even like Retrofitter here. I know the Retrofitter haters and doubters are really happy about that. Well, actually with a Malcolm out though, it's just free real estate. No, I should keep it on top. Spin with top. Oh my god. All right. Unfortunately, I can't kill Teferi, so this is only, I'm just gonna attack Terabad here. I don't like it. I need to find one of my good cards, which I'm currently not doing a great job of. Play Bauble, play Retrofitter, land. I don't even need to Bauble him now. I already played a card with Lurrus. All right. Pass the turn. Yeah, I'm now losing. I don't... Yeah, I mean, I sacked some lands. It's not like I gave up a lot of aggressive stuff. The Palantir caused a lot of problems. It was like Necromancy into Palantir into Teferi, and that... He did a really good job rebuilding off of being basically on 2 lands, 2 talismans, so that is unfortunate for me. It's not to say that we've lost yet, but we were winning and now we're not. Yeah, I don't have Regrowth or Time Warp in. Games like this is where both those cards are good, which is true, but we're not, it's not where I'm at, so let's create a servo. And I will block. I'm not worried about trying to value here. This is actually working fine. Let's see. He's got to have a good play this turn. He's got Tinker. Okay. Oh, Toxic Deluge for 2. Yeah. Can't stop that. That is such a beating. All right. Let's hold on before we spin. Bauble you. And see what we see. Graveyard Trespasser. And then spin the... Well, actually, let's not spin the top until after Palantir, I suppose. He's gonna put at least 1 on top. I imagine Graveyard Trespasser is a fine card to draw. The sick part about all this is there isn't even a really good card in his graveyard if I do find the from the Catacombs. I don't have actually anything even great to get back. Yeah, I'm gonna lose. Oh man, it just feels like we didn't find a whole lot. I don't know. I could have topped again, but I think I'm gonna start by doing this. Okay. Okay, this is not nothing. So let's cast with Overload. Draw land. And then play Jace, and we can still use Retrofitter. Okay, that's something at least. And presumably he's got a Graveyard Trespasser in hand, but that only gets one thing. If Jace lives through the turn, then maybe we got something going here. Because then I can Maelstrom Pulse like maybe the Teferi. The Dam means I have a little more time against those tokens. Okay. Now I really do wish I had a Regrowth in my deck, but, to get back Lurrus. But I guess I do have the From the Catacombs at some point. If I find it, I'm going to have to find that card to win. Okay, so he's just drawing. That's fine. Also, his Balance isn't exiled. I guess he's maybe going to exile it now. Or maybe he's going to exile Lurrus. I guess I don't know. I don't have an immediate way to get back Lurrus. He's going to get Maelstrom Pulse. Okay. So my top card is Sensei's Divining Top. He's got Teferi on 5. Yeah, you can draw a card. So here's the interesting part. How good is it to Jace balance? I could Jace balance. What does that do? I have 6 lands. He has 6 lands. He loses the 2 cards in hand. Loses Graveyard Trespasser, which is pretty big. And I could sack some lands if I wanted to. Or maybe I just don't even sack the lands. Yeah, if I'm going to Jace balance, I'm not going to use Retrofitter then. I'm going to draw my top. Tap Jace to draw. Discard. I think there's just a land. Jace balance. And do I want to sack any lands? You know what? I don't think I do. I have a Retrofitter Foundry like that I think is just better to keep. Like I have a better use for all my mana, so I think I'm just going to do this. Discard Swamp Chrome Mox. So I hadn't actually drawn anything good. And then I don't think I'm going to pass yet. I'm going to spin top. There's From the Catacombs. Oh, and a Thieving Skydiver. Let's just start. Oh, I don't have enough mana for Skydiver. That's fine. We're just going to start with From the Catacombs then. We don't really have time to mess around. I could get Archfiend to the Dross. I could get Fallen Shinobi. How interesting is that? So if I get Fallen Shinobi, he's going to get to draw. He's going to get to Teferi. Could also get Dauthi Voidwalker. Archfiend's pretty big. Makes a token, but then I get to attack and kill the token. I mean, the Fallen Shinobi actually sounds pretty good. And then, unfortunately, I don't even have a choice here. I'll get Plains, I guess. So my deck has a Thieving Skydiver is like my only really relevant card left. And like Celestial Colonnade. All right, let's play that. We already used Jace. All right. You know, honestly, this doesn't seem so bad. He gets to go up to 7 loyalty on that. Draw for the turn. If he draws and goes land Archon, it's going to be pretty annoying, I suppose. Also, Zornor means I am got a lot of life if I need it. Okay. So if he misses on Shinobi here. Okay. Citadel. Oh, fetch land? Okay, cracks the fetch. All right. Don't hit. I mean, it's not just game, depending on what he hits, but this is going to be a close one. Blightsteel? Oh, does he have a cycling card? Oh, he has Ledger Shredder and... Oh, he's going to play off Citadel. Triplicate Titan going down to 4. Oh my god, but it's Triplicate Titan. And then he hit Lotus Petal, sure. Okay. And then he draws a card off that. That's fine. Okay. Oh my god, Triplicate Titan. What a game, huh? All right, well, I guess I just take my turn. Actually... Let's see. I don't think Forge is what I want. I think Lost Well. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Oh my god, I just had the win. Why am I so stupid? I could have just flashed back the thing to go up and it just immediately win with with Trap. I just made my life a lot harder. Okay, well, it's not over, but that was not a good play. All right. What am I gonna do now? Now, yeah, I gotta. Okay, so I don't have the Skydiver. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I wouldn't have enough mana to steal the Triplicate Titan anyway. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. So I actually can double From the Catacombs here, which means I can get a treasure and a 4/1 with Menace. This game's been really funny. Let's get... He's actually really close on the number of permanents too. Oh man. Let's see. What to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I can gain a lot of life off of the thing too, off of the Zern Orb. Let's get back Lurrus, maybe, or I could get back Graveyard Trespasser and Voidwalker. I could also get back a flyer, but I don't know how much that actually helps me. I don't have any way to make my idiot unblockable. Plus on that, get these catacombs in. I guess I could get Archfiend of the Dross as a big flyer. I don't think Vendilion Click is what I want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess if 3 more permanents come into play and the Bowl Sigil hits me, that's probably pretty bad for me. But I guess Archfiend actually stops that from being an option. Okay. Let's get Stash. And then from the Catacombs, I guess I get Dothy Voidwalker. Oh no, I don't want to do that actually. I get Graveyard Trespasser maybe, or I could get Vendilion Click. If I get Vendilion Click and this thing, and the Triplicate Titan dies, that is good. Or I could get Voidwalker. I guess the Voidwalker means it doesn't make tokens off of it anymore. Trespasser, he goes to 3. And at some point, all right, yeah, I'll get Trespasser, I think. And exile a bunch of spells. And I get a 4/1 as well. Okay, he gets to loot. I can't stop that. Intense game. Obviously, I should have just won. I just completely spaced on Catacombs, letting me just progress down the tree and hitting him down to -1, but that's okay. And let's exile. At this point, I guess I exile the Dothy Voidwalker. Okay, make a 4/1. All right, well, it's not necessarily going to be easy for him to win, even from this position, but I definitely made my life a lot harder. This is at 11, so if he has a way to draw a card, I guess. Does that also do it? Oh, man. There's nothing I could do about Teferi, I suppose. I need him to not have multiple... He immediately draws and now gets to Teferi. Yeah, I lose. I lose and I should not have lost, I believe. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. So 3. So I can gain a bunch of life. Zern Orb. I'm going to take 11. I don't have a way to get in. Yeah, that was painful. I hope we didn't lose the draft. Let me go check. All right. So that was brutal. Yeah, it stings. But I have a chance for redemption. Mac had to go. He's 2-0. I get to play his last round, so I built his deck here. And once again, this has Memory Lapse, Brain Freeze, Breach, but no mana generating artifact. Though with a Frantic Search, Fury, 4th Eorlingus, pretty good stuff. Battling against Troll Ascetic, so it's like the green-white deck. On the play, after mulligan. Okay, this hand's definitely acceptable. I think here I actually put back Phantasmal Image, because I want to go turn 1 Grim, turn 2 Robber, turn 3 Bitter Reunion. And then I think Jace is going to be a better follow-up than Phantasmal Image. All right, I will keep, and I will put back Phantasmal Image. Spire Bluff into Grim. Oh, I actually should have not played Spire Bluff. If I get Wastelanded on turn 1. All right. Land Roberto. Can I add a Mox? Any Moxes? No. Ignoble, which means I get to cast an Ignoble next turn if he doesn't answer this Robber of the Rich. And he didn't have swords, so he has to have exactly Oust. Feeling pretty good about that. Getting to play an Ignoble next turn would be awesome. And if Troll had an easy enough play like an Oust, he would just run it. Unfortunately, this is not a rogue. I guess Phantasmal Image might have been better here. The problem is if Robber of the Rich works, then I'm happy. And if it doesn't, the Phantasmal Image is kind of dead. Whereas Bitter Union can help fuel the Grim here. Okay, I guess I don't attack with this Grim probably. Though actually... I'm definitely attacking with Robber. I'm just deciding, would I trade Grim? I would trade Grim for a Sakura Tribe Elder. Oh, I get to play a Halfling too? Amazing. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, I'll wait on the Bitter Union, and I will just play these idiots. That works for me. Okay, I'll play my Plains. Delighted Halfling, Ignoble Hierarch. Go. Next turn I have Jace up and potentially other stuff. We'll see what Matt's got, but hitting those two will be good. If I can win and kind of be the third win for Max 3-0 for us to win the draft, I would feel pretty good about that. All right. I still have fewer cards in hand. Oh, I'm going to win this game. Easy. I'm just going to get an extra point of damage in here. I think that works fine. I guess I have to play my island. Play Jace here. Draw 3. Pass the turn, you get to Sylvan, and then I assume with Fiery Confluence in hand and Grim Lavamancer in play. As well as, of course, all the other things. I have 9 permanents in play to my opponent's 4. I think I'll probably be fine here. All right. Still can't believe I just had the straight up dungeon win. Just go down to Forge, just cast it again, go to Trap, and boom. An insane match, too. Wall of Omens. Yeah, that is really not going to do it. Into Elvish Reclaimer. Let's draw. You're at 12. Teferi, bounce the Reclaimer. I could bounce Wall of Omens too. It's kind of like bad value, but yeah, that actually seems fine. Bounce the wall. Attack. I'm just getting the most damage in possible. Oust, and I think I'm going to Bitter Reunion away this Plains. Play a tap land and pass. And yeah. Barring something really weird like Troll having like an infinite combo, I don't think this is going to be much of a... There's not a whole lot of comeback opportunity, I will say. Especially since I've got 6 points off that, 2 off the Grim. I also at some point have Breach to do more. We'll see. Okay, Questing Beast is pretty good and get to kill the Jace as well. Mm-hmm. And then on my turn, I just... Oop, that's not what I want to cast. Fiery Confluence is what I want to cast. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Grim you. Exiling those 2. Okay, playing against that deck. Do I want any of these things? Dak Faden seems fine. I think the Brain Freeze stuff is fine. Mystical Tutor's marginal, but I think okay. No, I mean, I kind of like where I'm at. Max deck is good. And I think is actually kind of nice in this matchup too. Just a good aggressive start. Fury's great. Chandra's great. Like I just have some good stuff here. Phantasmal Image is pretty good against Questing Beast and Seasoned Dungeoneer. I mean, it's just like a decent play. So yeah, I like it. All right. Game 2. Yeah, I mean, I will keep this hand, but like under duress, it just, this hand is not spectacular. It just doesn't have an early play, and yeah, I'm just so behind. I need to find a Fury. Fury would be nice. I guess I do have Mystical for Fiery Confluence at some point here, but I'm going to save the Mystical because it could also help assemble the Breach combo, depending on what I draw. And I'm not playing Spire Bluff on purpose because of Wasteland. Decided I would try to play one of these games, right? And I'm going to go turn 2 Magda, and I'm just going to play the Spire Bluff on 3. I don't think Max deck has a big cost for that. Yeah, because it doesn't have any other fast lands, so I can just play the Spire Bluff on 3, and that works out fine. And what do we have? Ramanop off City of Traders. Okay. Into another Mana Dork, hopefully. Oh no, into Fast Bond. That's not a Mana Dork at all. City of Traders Fast Bond is kind of an interesting one. Is there anything I'm mysticaling for here? I don't think so. I don't think I have anything that I could do anything. I could mystical for Memory Lapse. That sounds just way too bad. Oh, though there's my Fiery Confluence. So now he doesn't even know that I can attack with Magda and Fiery Confluence. I hope this isn't a Questing Beast, but it probably is. Could be a Seasoned Dungeoneer. This is a kind of interesting combo. What is this? I guess we'll find out. I have really no idea. Oh, Hydroid Krasis, X equals 5. Okay. So he draws 2 cards. If I attack next turn, I feel like there's a decent chance he blocks with Hydroid Krasis, in which case the Fiery Confluence can really get the job done. Okay, but we'll see. Oh, he's attacking for 3. Perfect. Yeah, because now it looks like I'm just attacking to get mana. Which, in a sense, I kind of am. You gonna swords my Magda here? I guess you could. I hope you don't. It'd be... I don't know if that's a good or bad play. It's a close play. What's he worried about? Is he worried about a Chandra? But he doesn't know... It's round 3, so he knows a lot of the cards in my deck. Fiery Confluence, if he thinks about it, is definitely a reason to cast Swords. But Swordsing a Magda when you have a 5/5 out is also just not that good. Like, that's not an ideal use of the card. Let's hope he doesn't do it. Please just let me attack. It would be really good. If I could come back from this start with a Fiery Confluence wiping the board. Troll, you're too good. All right. Just Spire Bluff go here. And hoping no Wasteland. Wasteland would be a disaster. I need Troll to not have a bunch of cards to play now. Because I have ways I can win through here. But there's not... This is not a good spot. Okay, play another Mana Dork. Play like a Delighted Halfling. Yeah, Sylvan Caryatid. That's fine. Delighted Halfling. Okay. So now if I find Fury, I actually think I'm doing great. And he's got a land and he's deciding whether he wants to mana wash. Yeah, like play this. City of Traders dies, replay City of Traders. Yep. Okay. This will be a big thirst here. Guess I discard a basic. I don't know. Oh, there's Frantic Search. Okay. I think I might Frantic Search to start here, because if I find the Brain Freeze, it kind of doesn't matter when I do that. I'm at 12. Yeah, I'll discard Ballista. At this point, I think I discard Brain Freeze as well. Untap, land. Deal 1 damage to each creature. Okay, well, so it's Krasis versus the world, as it were. Well, me versus Krasis. Oh no, what is this? I was really hoping you wouldn't draw something. That was just got to be the best card he could possibly draw. All right. What do we got? All right, well, I might have still died to the Krasis. I did have Teferi if I needed to. Do I want Prismatic Ending? It's a way to kill Hydroid Krasis. It also kills all the mana dorks. How many white sources do I have? 3, 4? Plus treasures. Yeah, I don't love it. No, I think we're Gucci here. It's that or like Walking Ballista. I think the Ballista is probably better. It can also kill... It kills Noble. It doesn't kill most of the mana dorks, I guess. But my concern is with 4 white sources, Prismatic Ending is just not always castable because Oliphant also doesn't get white. So, all right, game 3. I trumped again. All right, I'm on the play. Let's get a good Magda or something going. All right. I got to keep this hand. It's not ideal. I don't really want Breach my opener, and no blue sources is bad. And he's got Swords to Plowshares, but on the play, turn 2 Ballista, turn 3 Lelia, you just can't mulligan that. No fast spawn, please. Ignoble. Be an Ignoble. It's not even an Ignoble for Ballista to kill it. It's so brutal. All right, well, I'll play the Ballista for 1 anyway. Okay. Let's hope Lelia does the trick here. Turn 2 Oko. Man, I cannot catch a break today. He says after having threw away the draft that was won, but still. All right, well, Lelia is pretty good. Let's hope this does something. Attack Oko, attack Oko. And there's my island, unfortunately. All right, I really need him not to have Swords or Oust. No, I had to have the Halfling. If it was the Ignoble, then Ballista does the trick. But Halfling, unfortunately, not the same. We are not the same. Next turn, if he doesn't have a way to kill Lelia, making Lelia into a 4/4 with Oko is not that bad for me. Though I need to draw blue here. I need to draw blue or one of my good 4-drops like Chandra. I guess actually without blue, Chandra is my good 4-drop. Magda, Robber of the Rich are both a little slow. I think if I just draw blue and they can cast Iteration this turn, cast Grim, and start setting up, then I've got a shot. Otherwise, it's not going to do it. He's tanking. Making a food token into a 3/3 is not going to be quite good enough to stop Lelia, though. Look, if he has Swords or Oust, then I'm probably just straight up dead to the cards he's already played, because I don't even have a good follow-up. I'm hoping that Matt's thinking for a while, because he doesn't have that, but we will find out. All right, transforming the food token into a 3/3. And that is acceptable. Razor Verge Thicket, and I really just want to draw an island or something castable. Fury at any point would be awesome in this matchup. Fury's so good. Right now, I can beat a double block. Here, Fast Bond. That might be bad. Okay, if he's not playing another land, it's not. All right, draw. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, that's game. I mean, it's not just game, but it's really not gonna... I'm not gonna win this game, I don't think. I'm gonna kill the Delighted Halfling, because that turns off Minskin Boo, and maybe other 4-drops, because he went Fast Bond, no land. Turn 2 Oko into Swords is tough. I do have an out here, and that's that Brain Freeze Breach is actually really good. So if I can draw an island this turn, I need to get multiple islands into play to win. And I'm on a bit of a clock, because if he finds Well, first of all, if he finds Armageddon, I just lose. Okay, so he has Crucible and Fast Bond. He didn't take the Zern Orb in the draft, funnily enough. Also, Oko is a pretty fast clock, just damage-wise. All right, blue source. Man, this is agonizing. This just really is. All right, in comes another food token. Just chilling. All right, blue, 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 blue. Okay, Bitter Union's a start, and I can just discard the Brain Freeze. It's fine. Oh man, come on. This is too much. And now he's gonna cast his 4-drop. I'm sure it's just getting. Yep. There we go. There we go. And look, I bring you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and this draft is brutal. Making a game-losing punt in match 3 and then having that happen, like, given the timing of the Geddon, even if I found blue that turn, it wouldn't have necessarily won. But if I found Island Memory Lapse, then I could have won the next turn possibly. But as it turned out, we could not get there. Having a winnable draft slip through your fingers, that's the highest agony. And you know what? You got to watch it. But hey, this is why Magic's fun. The losses sting, but that makes the wins that much sweeter. And Max deck was pretty good. A little slow. Slow in the sense that it had no Force of Will. Well, it had Fury. And that was a card I needed to draw all 3 games. It would have been crazy, though obviously I won game 1 anyway. But no Mox, no Force of Will. I just felt like sometimes you can't ever get ahead, whereas like my opponent had Fast Bond or whatever. I think that Lurrus deck was good, and it clearly should have gone 2-1, so yeah, it was a successful deck, and just, we fumbled the execution, and that sometimes happens. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, even if in a lot of aspects I did not. I did enjoy the draft overall, but that was a savage beating, and I'm going to, stew about it the rest of the day. But so it goes, and I'll be back tomorrow with another draft. Hopefully some cheerer tidings too. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.